Like, we are community. Something has happened. We have a bereavement occurrence. Ruth has one, and we are announcing to the community, and they are coming together, which is what we typically do, to provide assistance in that particular loss. So we come together. We know the need is this amount of money.
And then besides seeking to get members to sign up, does the organization help members understand issues like life insurance, etc.? And also he wants to know if you have partners in Kenya. So real quick, Allan.
One, life insurance, no. We're basically a benevolence organization, but we'll be growing into other things that pertain to the community. With regard to partnerships in Kenya, in terms of running the organization, no, but we liaise, because of the nature of what we provide, we liaise with various funeral homes in Kenya, particularly KU. We have worked with them quite a bit to support people that have deaths in the family, organize for the funerals. That we do, and we provide a lot of support, logistical support where we can.
Okay. And earlier you talked about, like the people who are eligible to join, and I know you said, one of the eligibility requirements is you have to be, like a Maryland resident, and you model this from organizations in other states like North Carolina, maybe, and Texas. So I think it will be important for us also to ask people where to tell people, like what organizations they can join. We can try to find that out a bit later. But primarily, we want to know, how much does it cost? How much are your payouts? Most important, your maximum payouts, and who qualifies as a beneficiary. Let me repeat that.
Yeah.
How much does it cost? Is it a subscription? How much are the payouts? And most important, who qualifies as a beneficiary? Like if I'm living with, if let's say me and Ruth tumeamua tutaishi pamoja, like can I just, can she claim me, or can I claim her as a beneficiary?
Well, Pablo.
No, it was just an example.
A straight face. Until I was like,
no, it was just an example.
Mpaka Mubelo has come back.
I was looking.
That
was a deliberate question to see if people were paying attention.
We are very awake. We are very awake.
And I think you all passed.
Mubelo said no.
You got the attention.
Tuko chonjo. Tuko maido.
Yeah. So Pablo, it was just an example. But yeah. Let's go back to you, Allan.
He's my lawyer.
Yes. Costs.
Yeah, sure he is.
Costs, payouts, and who's a beneficiary.
We'll begin with cost. Currently, and I've shared a flyer, and you guys have shared it online. Currently, the registration fee is $350 to register as a new member. And those funds go into the revolving kitty, which I'll talk about later. For existing members, we pay an annual renewal of $50. From there, the payout or the grant, bereavement grant that we offer for dependents is $10,000, and for members is $25,000. The reason for the disparity is, one, we initially were looking at focusing on us who are in the community here. Like, if somebody passes away here, the cost of repatriating that person is quite hefty. So we looked at the average cost of getting someone from here to Kenya buried and came up with that number. So the payout for a member who passes on here is $25,000. The payout for dependents is $10,000. Okay. The contributions from the community or the members is $17
per $17 per month, or
per incident.
Per incident.
Yeah.
Okay.
If nothing is reported in a month, there's nothing to pay out.
Oh, that's interesting. So there's the initial membership, which you said is $350.
Yes.
And then there's the annual membership,
yes,
which is $50.
Yes.
And then there's the incident occurrence fee, which is
incident.
$17
for dependents.
For dependents.
Yeah, if somebody reports, like, and the dependent, I'm going to talk about that because that's who qualifies per dependent. If it's a member who has passed on, then that's $47.
Okay.
So that we are clear with that. And that only, members only pay out that, what we call a recoup is what we use as a definition for that, is towards, it's for instance, that's why I said, look at MDKO as a billboard. Like, we are community. Something has happened, we have a bereavement occurrence, Ruth has one, and we are announcing to the community, and they're coming together, which is what we typically do, to provide assistance in that particular loss. So we come together, we know the need is this amount of money, we are this many in the community, and this is how much we're going to give to achieve that. That's basically how it's modeled.
Okay, and I think all those details are on the website. That's mdkomaryland.org. And the screenshot that we had shared is in a PDF. I think we're gonna try to share it out with everyone maybe who wants to see it. Like, we can WhatsApp it, we can email it to you. Just drop a comment below if you want that that one page, because it has all those details of how much it is.
And I want to add, it has all the contacts for our committee members. We are a team of us. Remember, I said that we are 11 that run the organization as a committee. So I have a vice chair, that's Francis Mwangi. I have a secretary, Dr. Oheri. His assistant is James Morito. We have a treasurer, team of the finance team is, the treasurer is Rachel Liai. Then we have her assistant, who is Steve Mwangi. We have a resident pastor, Dr. Reverend Karanja. And then we also have other committee members. We have an IT guy who doubles up as
Wakilishi. James Tairu.
He runs our IT. And then we have other members of the committee. There's Edward Karanja. There's Alice Gitonga. So
are they paid or voluntary?
I was going to come to that. And Julie Weche. Don't forget Julie Weche. She's what we call, I gotta be careful, ombudsperson.
Ombudsman.
I don't say man. We always have that.
Person.
Ombudsman.
Ombudsperson.
Kama ulo wa BBI.
Yeah. And to answer your question, we all do this on a voluntary basis. That's the agreement, that if you're going to serve in the committee, that it's on a voluntary basis. And the reason is that we have a very large appetite. You're talking about, we're going to go into politics and all that, but we have a very large appetite for public funds. So if we were to get into, and I think Ali mentioned earlier, the other organizations that have come and some have fizzled away, and some of the reasons is because of consumption of the funds that are raised. So that's the one thing that for us we said would be a no-no, and I think that's why we've been able to survive this long.
Yeah, and actually Pablo is asking.
What's that?
Pablo wants to know why you don't have a lawyer
on the team. Actually, we are considering that because we have if you think about the organization, we have the membership is made up of various professions. And this year, God willing, we were looking to have a convention of members. Bring all the members together, and from there we'll see what the members have to offer. You have to do it on a voluntary basis, so you cannot impose on someone. But we want people to volunteer their various skill sets to grow the organization.
And Pablo was also asking if maybe your organization had a case of someone abusing the system and improperly receiving payment, and how maybe you address the case. Do you ask for refunds, or is that something that your organization has not had to deal with so far?
The one thing that these are conversations we have had. They come up, and one of the things that I've shared, and if you look at our structure, it's basically what we've done is organize ourselves to where we can disperse funds quickly, but the main source is the same as what we typically do with groups. So nobody ever goes, even though somebody was double dipping, you never go back and tell them, hey, I want you to give back my contribution.
If they contribute, I really cannot do that.
That's one. The second thing is that it's structured, we are 501c, it's structured as a grant support for the bereavement. So you're not going to come to that person and tell them to pay you back, because it's not, remember, it's not our funds, it's a community
kilichoenda kwa mganga hakirudi.
It's a community kitty, so it's not funds that are really owned by the organization. It's a community giving to.
Okay. And is there, you know, because we see this with a lot of insurances, is there like a waiting period from when coverage begins to when benefits can be received? You know, like for example, you know, kuna vile kama mi na Ruth tumeingia leo. I'm not saying we're living together or anything, but mi na Ruth, just by coincidence. Just by coincidence tumeingia leo. And then to, you know, like 3 days from when we joined as members, an incident occurs.
Is there a waiting period?
Is there a waiting period, or do we get
meaning mulikuwa na mtu kwa hospitali na alisambiwa?
That ties into who qualifies, because I hadn't kind of elaborated on
that.
Okay, yes.
Is it individually, or can it be a family, a couple, or things like that?
One, it's individual, and I'll explain why. Who qualifies is, let's say you're a member there.
Yeah.
The qualifying dependents would be your wife, your children, your siblings, and your parents.
That's it. Nuclear family. Family ya kizungu.
Yes.
No African style family.
No steps. I think Omosh was talking about steps and all that. No steps. Same mother.
Your
right?
steps in letter problems.
Your wife's.
What if same father or same or just same mother?
It's same mother.
Same mother.
It's same mother.
So it's just the mother line.
Step is father, right?
So same father, that doesn't apply. So if you're a father,
step can be father too.
So if you're a father na una nyumba ndogo uko kando,
it's same mother, meaning same mother.
Yeah, actually we've had an incident where one gentleman
different fathers
put, his 2 wives, and you know, that's again per Maryland law. Are you allowed to have 2 wives?
No, I'm not even saying 2 wives. I'm saying, you know, like you're
you
a father,
follow the law.
But I'm saying you're a father.
Yes, so you have to abide by.
No, we're not talking about polygamy. We're talking about someone who has another child out of wedlock.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
A father was a child out of wedlock.
That's your child.
Yes, the father can cover his child.
So same father.
That's your child.
The father can cover the child that.
Typically, where it becomes very dicey is with siblings. If it's your children, they're your children.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
But with siblings, you cannot have your stepbrothers.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where typically that issue is very thorny, because some people want to put, they say, oh, we were many, my father had.
Yeah, we were raised in the
we were
same
raised
house.
together.
Yes. That we are not having.
Our grandfathers played together.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one is.